diamo na faamu minti wala mu yedey yetulolo kumo min be fola yenna faato monji barina alfaabe diamula ite be diamula jana do be wurla jana nali sayta min fo be wona fono la ji mi fatidi na natalo tajam dukara momo haji be da bulaje bengal la moy abinamine fola banko jikole bakan musoli jiko bakan fondin kedi jiko bakan wallahi ba sen ngani na muta police ta state house ndi wonta fa sam paso ngani na muta police ta state house ndi wolbe ko nyala ka kenya futata baba alama alayga simaya ndema simaya inoma ko de samba state house musolla ko moy da gambia musoli batata le diaspora tol batata len tol be gisunna yala kono nimma sakunda mi bijen tol be kege bari man jutumo la min tambita diaspora bi hanina susu dimo billahi dina bata jetta ka gambia kono na man dara so wuli kili wala dina ko kan wila so kono bi han susu dimo mi be sunjoto adam ba do man sakunda ko momo bata jetta ka gambia kono e wu banko kan ni ma wuli kili wala dita ni la korda kono ni no ko la korda kono ni ma wuli kili wala dita wala o banko kan bata diaspora alina teloke kelo man ta ko be kilo le kala ko be burode kala ay londo man ta ko ta kala bumole to kuni mo man ta ko ta kala bumole to hada madi mo hayyi man kala nyante la nyanto non mo ni be la nyanto non mo e ke use ayeta penti man nyanna kala mi o tali kana so baro man ta kunda ya use kana so man tan dum di kuto man nyanna dun na min ko gambi ya biwalu mbe min ko na yali be nan ni ko lo UDP ka e UDP la man sakunda ti sanyi banko bonde ngai ko ko UDP da male patia ti gambia ko no ba muna tinna barolo ta da ka UDP do renda ko ba usenda male patili da ti ba mune baroslen ni ba usenna ko ya tinna lo ta da ta buka banko la di balo menoto abukan na jiku abukan na sila ko abukan na kurango abukan na seloko abukan na funding telfo ko ba usenna ko ay gambia lo baro ko mali fana unkali tele ni fadi anumba fala jang billahi ya pala so do je mo bul ala man tabe wala bari la ba ko to ma ya pala so do je mo bul ala le man tabe ya dila bari la dondo ma sile la ngani yo ma sile la ma amo ma sile gambia la kasara kan gambia la tinya kan ne o tay na gambia woni ba mo bulu ngadi ba usen na ba ba yu ba bel ko na le jam ko ko ni
Baba fulo jale fulo labab dan baba diamu
ibala kulale kusene dawo ibala kulale kunda dimma ibala Nikewlu benta ofso konole Yumane sikaito korosi Abulaida wadimale ninkeso kafunti Ibala kulo Nyani ni wano foro ya bangu, wali bangu, bawa ke ma
Kafombe diamula ni alfalu ni mokalla kere balu be diamula wala besire also hako dunye na ya sabu man tabulo resoto silo no dame ka diamoke so asiyam fama pare na kufula je jando bi oye fempe UDP 1996 on bolu ak lu mo laaj Ibrahima di baje ko mel laaj boy seen kané de ko mel laaj legi UDP originals wala yo de lolo ak li bulando lamu hakilo bulando lam faran nte membien sam kan ammo warandi kake na durkoto really na bambandi nalong na funding kolu student wing ibe collection o ke kande UDP la denki lolu ke flag drive lolu ke preserve for prosperity nano ni dengi fulo mel kala jendo ani power wal bekala na freedom songs ni lati na movement on songs ni wal bekala walati binamur la na man ka kantole alsi yam fama na prepare speech ni ngoke des nana binana dal banama kantole Mboj Sedikan, Chairman, UDP Diaspora, members of the UDP Diaspora Executive Committee, Alaji Jite, Chairman, UDP Spain Chapter, and members of the Executive Committee of UDP Spain Chapter, and to everyone gathered here in this beautiful city of Mataro, myself and my colleagues, Ajapia Mundarik Yabo, National President UDP, Honorable Ahmad Sane, National Treasurer UDP, the political leaders of our regions who are also executive members of our party, Ajaratu Rohim Maliklo, Sede Khan, first Vice President of the party, first National Vice President of the party, also Mayoress of the city of Banjul, the capital city of Banjul, Yankuba Dabo, Deputy Admin Secretary, Media and Communications of the United Democratic Party, as well as the Chairman of Brikama Area Council. We bring you warm greetings from the general membership of the United Democratic Party back home. This is the first time our party is convening a gathering that brings together representatives of all of its diaspora chapters around the world in one location. The previous practice has been each diaspora chapter holding their separate events within their jurisdictions. That we have members traveling far and wide from all corners of the world, investing time and resources, is testament to the shared values of the party we all firmly believe in. I have always said, UDP is more than a political party. It is an idea, etched in the hearts of its members, whose faith in the principles of the party are only surpassed by the commitment they bring to see through the agenda we offer to the government people. I want to thank the leadership of the UDP diaspora, who spent months and many hours of planning to put this excellent event together. I also want to thank profoundly the host committee here in Spain, who have been very gracious, putting long hours and have been working very hard to ensure everything runs smoothly. There is some committee responsible for the beautiful ashrafi adorning this hall. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Sanya, Aminata, and all members of that subcommittee, we are profoundly grateful to you. I want to thank and pay special tribute to the honored guests of this great and unforgettable event, the mother and father of the night, or the king and the queen of the night. All other selected guests of honors, we appreciate you. Your selection and acceptance to be special guests seated at the high table is testament to how much the larger UDP family admires and respects the outstanding roles you continue to play in the party. We are grateful to you in the knowledge that you represent the best in integrity and commitment our great party is built on. But I want to extend special thanks and appreciation to Mr. 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, husband to Jennifer Mars, for his unwavering support. He has always been available to be leaned on by Jennifer whenever the occasion demands it. To you, I say thank you. And to all other husbands whose wives have been playing really low in the affairs of this party.
One husband is there.
Of course, that's why I said all husbands whose wives have been playing really low. That, of course, includes the husband of the first vice national president of the United Democratic Party, no other person than the chairman of Diaspora, whose wives have to be also the mayoress of Banjul. But this unique gathering will also offer all attendees an opportunity to meet and interact with other members of the party they never met in person. That alone is gratifying and will build on our already strong bonds and camaraderie, which is very important in any grouping of shared values. Where hearts are united around common values, strength and success is the most likely outcome. I want to start off tonight's conversation among friends, including those who couldn't be here in person, but are watching us and joining us in spirit with the very important issues of unity among our ranks in all aspects as we prepare for the 2026 elections, which is fast approaching. I want everyone to be cognizant of the fact that our growing and enduring strength, including 22 years of facing a moderate tyranny to these days, has been premised on the unity of purpose all our members and supporters have consistently maintained. Our opponents, who are many and varied, know that truth about us. They cannot and not even try to contest the efficacy of our ideas. They know we have the deepest bench of capable, experienced, honest, and hardworking people among our ranks. They know the agenda we propose is both believable and good for our country and its diverse people. They know our people are trustworthy. When they find all these attributes incontestable, they resort to trying to sources of discourse and disharmony among the broader electorate as well as among our ranks in a bid to derail change our country needs and deserves. You can expect their relentless efforts to pitch our members and supporters against each other, using overt and subtle means. They will try to exploit our diverse big tent nature comprising all Gambians, to cultivate factional rivalry. Their aim is not to help any faction within the UDP. The intention is to create disunity by using well-meaning members and supporters of UDP to undo UDP. They must fail, no matter how hard and how many times they try. And the only way they will fail is for every member and supporter to put unity within the party above everything else at all times and under all circumstances. All of us, from me as party leader to the newest addition to our ranks, are and must remain subordinate to the overriding interests of our shared values, fundamental to which is the sacrosanct principle of unity. UDP was built on the broad of matters: the tears of torture, imprisonment, disappearance, exile, dispossession, oppression, and grief of its members. The party said trust, and all its members and supporters must see themselves as duty bearers and trustees with a solemn responsibility to those who paid the ultimate price in the fight for a Gambia that is free, democratic, and forward-looking. I advise myself and everyone within our ranks to not play into the hands of those who seek to pit us against each other within the party as well as within the wider electorate. There are no winners in this unity. The second issue I would like to touch on is how bad governance of the Barrow administration has produced unprecedented hardship on the Gambian people. While government flashes around the media fancy economic statistics touting phantom growth, the vast majority of our people are wallowing in grinding poverty, uncontrolled inflation, skyrocketing consumer prices, and no jobs to speak of. People struggle daily to feed their families with little or no income. Even folks with jobs have been far outstripped by inflation and high prices, leaving the majority of people with monthly incomes unable to meet their basic survival expenses, trapping them in effective poverty. The entire budget is weighted down by corruption, waste and bad planning and mismanagement, coupled with misplaced priorities. How else does one explain how a nation of 2.5 million people operating an annual budget of $45 billion can be subjected to penury for the most of its citizens? How people are food insecure, trapped in a healthcare system full of determined and hardworking professionals who are effectively abandoned to the cruel fate of not having adequate supplies, infrastructure, and conducive working conditions to eat sick. I recently read the heart-wrenching first-hand account of a doctor who couldn't help his own father because of the absence of basic supplies at the material time his beloved needed it. Health centers have become death centers because of corruption, neglect, and overall governance. Doctors and other healthcare workers, no matter how well trained or well intentioned, cannot heal the sick with their bare hands. They and the patients they want to serve need a government that prioritizes them and their urgent needs. For 6 years, this uncaring government has abandoned the sick, the hungry, the farmers, and the jobless, and the consequences have been devastating. At the heart of that maladministration of the Barrow government is the deep-rooted corruption, eating away the body and soul of the country. Corruption is wide, is system-wide, persistent and growing by the day. To make matters worse, impunity among the corrupt is threatened because there is not even the pretense of accountability by the government. Legally binding audit reports are routinely ignored, with the president himself publicly dismissing them as mere opinions. The limited public resources have become free for all, goodies for crooks and cheaters with access to them. A country where corruption is both endemic and tolerated will only force hardship on its citizens because the consequences of theft of public funds is not limited to short-term effect, what the opportunity cost of what the students could have done for the greater good is even higher. Corruption costs life, undermines democracy, and endangers the country itself. It is also clear President Barrow is not interested in either stopping or fighting corruption. We have seen examples of his government coddling and protecting people proven to have engaged in corruption. Additionally, Anti-Corruption Act assented to by the President on 30th January 2024 is not being implemented because the President has failed to appoint the commissioners so that they can begin their work. The delay in appointing the officers is consistent with the President's overall record on corruption. He doesn't want to address it. We, the citizens, must demand that the selection committee be appointed to select and vet the commissioners and swear them into office. We, the citizens, must also demand that once the commissioners are sworn in, every member of the cabinet that has served from 2027 to date to appear before the commission and declare their assets. The previous declaration of assets predating the establishment of the Anti-Corruption Commission are insufficient because it doesn't have any investigative power and prerogative. Both myself and Honorable Ahmad Saleh, who served in cabinet, would gladly and eagerly appear before the commission to declare our assets and subject ourselves to investigative procedures of the Anti-Corruption Commission. And I hereby declare that if there's anything that comes up and shows that my wife, Ajab Maimuna Blue, or my daughter, Fenda Dabo, have not acquired their properties legally, I will force them to surrender because I cannot accept my family getting property through an irregularity. So we will surrender. So I therefore ask President Barrow that himself, all members of his family, to declare all their assets and also to indicate to us the landed properties they've got and how they have acquired them. And if they have acquired them in an improper manner, they should return these properties to government. I today declare that Maimuna Blue will surrender her lease to the government of the Gambia if it is found that she acquired it improperly. If it is found that I exercise undue influence in making her acquire that property, she will surrender that property to the government of the Gambia. I also declare here that if it is found that my daughter, Fenda, has acquired her lease improperly, that she is not entitled to this property and that she acquired it through my influence, I declare that Fenda will surrender that property. And I throw the same challenge to Adam Abawo and his family. I want all Gambians across the length and breadth of the country to be concerned with the existential threats drugs pose to our country. It is a national emergency, and it will take the combined efforts of the entire society to face this menace. Drug dealers are settled root in the country, and we must be under no delusion regarding what that means for our small country, where most of our citizens are young people. We are already losing thousands of our young people fleeing due to lack of opportunity and economic hardship, and to have them additionally exposed to drugs would be a double tragedy our country can't afford. We must urgently declare a drug emergency, revise our existing laws to significantly stiffen the penalties for traffickers and dealers, strengthen and empower law enforcement to improve their intelligence, pursuit, and interdiction capabilities. We must also tighten banking and immigration controls to ensure we know who is coming in and going out, as well as increase surveillance on financial transactions and asset purchases using illegal funds. Drug dealers are ruthless. They are persistent and exploit the corrupt nature of people who sell their poison. Unless they are confronted with a strong and determined stand, we will lose our country, our good name, and our precious young people. We must summon a strong national spirit to face this grave threat together, because no one is ultimately safe from the consequences of drugs. It is a driver of violent crime, white-collar crime, corruption, prostitution, increase in mental health problems, and in many other vices. I call on the government to recognize the issue for a graver danger that it is. I want to conclude by once again thanking all of you present here this evening for this conference. And those working from afar. No political family is as close, as warm, as committed, and as loving as UDP. Seeing you and feeling your presence, whether in person or on the phone, through the other communication platforms, fills me with joy and appreciation that you are indeed worthy soldiers anyone would want in the battlefield. Let us all remain united, focused and accommodated. Engage every Gambian you have access to and be the best ambassador for our shared ideas and the agenda we propose for the Gambian people. Use all the communication tools available to you, from WhatsApp groups, Facebook, TikTok, social network, VOOs, clubs, to respectfully engage people and do your best to convince them. Be polite, be jovial, be truthful, and be considerate of the views of others, even if you don't agree with them. Do not use vitupertive language towards anyone. Do not respond to insults, and certainly do not insult anyone for any reason whatsoever, and that includes if they even insult me. Any member for a party or even yourselves, insults serve no purpose, and no decent person likes to hear insults regardless of who started it. A good message communicated clearly with respect has a good chance of resonating with the targeted audience. We have an excellent message, and all we need are excellent messages to deliver them, and that is the duty I am assigning to myself and all our supporters. I want to take this opportunity and this auspicious occasion affords me to invite all members of our Diaspora Gathering to our Diaspora Gathering Night Dinner and Awards Night, scheduled to take place back home in the Gambia during the coming December-January holidays. This is a very important event in the calendar of the party and our way of extending our appreciation to an important branch of our party. The diaspora is crucial both to the UDP and the nation at large. Your contributions are a lifeline for our country, and the critical role you play in generating, gathering resources and voter mobilization during elections is what has helped in sustaining the growth of our party. We are also proud of the contributions you make in your adoptive countries around the world, where you are known for your hard work, law-abiding disposition, and civic engagement in the communities you live. We pray for your continued success, wherever you may be. Start making plans for the big homecoming and rendezvous, and we all look forward to the memorable evening among compatriots. With that, I thank you all for your presence and your kind attention. May God bless all of us and bless our beloved Gambia. Before I leave, before I let you go, I have been working on a new rendition of our signature, Mama Jadi's song, and here it goes. Spain UDP Nkolule, Alaye Fonsaje, France UDP Nkolule, Alaye Fonsaje, Germany UDP Nkolule, Alaye Fonsaje, Swiss UDP Nkolule, Alaye Fonsaje, Holland UDP Nkolule, Alaye Fonsaje, UK UDP Nkolule, Alaye Fonsaje, Diaspora UDP Nkolule, Alaye Fonsaje. Allah baraka, Allah baraka. Sakata ka sai kumonyen kamana kanto na mani follow boche kan eteme yanon ka gadalo mo diaspora la chairman odi be ngeje jam Bembunyari Bado, Aliu Jite, Chairman, Spain chapter, another executive model, and then in that delegation model, Ajay Yabo, first, Yabo, National President of the United Democratic Party, Ahmad Sane, former Finance Minister and National President of the party, and in political Nyadon Kolo, na regional to Rohim Aliklo, Mayalan Kalkatlam Badila Mayoti, Alona political Fana Nyadon Koti, Banyun Kono, Al-Katafana, second Vice President of the United Democratic Party, and Yankuba Dabo, Brikama Council Chairman, Atlafana Mo, the Deputy Administrative Secretary for Media and Communication, Nada Alia, ni content bunyari ba kabo UDP dilbulu param ko walebe su oni bende anyang ne man sodo anyino folode UDP la Diaspora chapter be black linto kasije do kapati wala ko kachaje do kapati wala halu address jedo important thing may have come from formal fundraising kake UDP damansi learning keno UDP learning financing damansi keno more than do for young lima ngamwe chairman Bob Ture ay kibaro di jang do ko ñu commencé wato mena do ko commencé ni sign tema mo man sino molbe atajene ni ko dambana pour kaje ko wol besu de benno bi ñol nung si sotono ay sonna ñam adum ngamendi janto o yaja ko do ko nyakata ñama mais la ron kam ko le so committee ñol to la asobi of committee ni naaje ni holo ko no ten abe ñaari ten bu tiyelo wala do ko kendo ke foye bi foye ni asobi kendo sonno mol be ma be no janto ko do wol mol lati mela ram ka ko be tent lambe jayla bana yemol kili e ko skelo ne bali kamol kili no mol be dam yemol kili mol ye dam yanana mol tombo ye place ni forle badila ye bunya badila alu yak mu dalila ka ko nyilde banyin kila kan pala kanyin bunya badila ka dum be jikiri ka ko e be bulo bulale le kan tol ko le ibe fendi la na meya lo ka be nyamola o mol men sonta wala be pala zo yata wolo ba fola le ko ada baraka al nyonte nyaade bi na na sajanto akenota ala kono to dia ala la balla bangola wala yakeli wo kenota and be of course king of the night and queen of the night, do come mother of the night and father of the night. Be tend to la be jaila sonta menaka som palason de tala anin ala dapazo ba bala ko kunya men ka kubo akara anyu men kan so inyamita kan lela wala yana akrani la ay ata bar be tenden ro kala yang ko badrame la yak barole drama na be takti ya loda yang ko badrame la bar ko ya be yang ko baro tentula ala dunyo kan karunga londe jana bana na janto akata nyame kan follow kadunya na muso nyam kamuzo kamana amerika kana janto om kilete fula adun tambel kono yaro jana bay ata dol ba mera ka ko nyam ay paso jode dro kana ba ay tike do jode o tike to tinyata ada nyanta nana akema ka ko foita ke male tike ko sai ko te kadi foto baten lo namba ya ka aba support fund aba general mento wala dia tay ani mustomal be bela lo ka ko e la suutiol duñateye pour yatanja hani janto hani ñowato balbata jorab karo bela from Norway, from the Nordic countries, from France, from Germany, Swiss, Sweden, all these places. E la suutiol le sonde nanja o suutiol Buffalo eko ala baraka ngal tentu ngal ken alla ni banko la kano UDP kano wode al bulanya so ni mukule di me ala ko della nola damanda mafo and of course ke on ni fanano e bijanto albaka da kambake manjutu ala bar musolu rele kunun UDP balbu big UDP balbu ngande idi jabe pela opanda bitan opanda na tambita nyago to wado no siso kafade kado ngaje ka ko Ibrahim ba fara afasin no aboldo de ini fanan onyong fanan nyong jara chu itel mo ngamre mo sabay mo na jara ju jara fati ya salima kalo il beta bitale pare wado mena ko do ko ya itel le bije indike MC so ngaje janto akan hatlo bulan dua and of course mena wono kam ko musolo yenyi pationi itelle tamu adu itelle bajala ka ko nyi patio be tambila itelle bajala fana ka ko ni itelle ka fana ka ko na lan mono wado wati itelle ka wala ya na 2016 tamantra janto bari aja yamunda yabo ane aja yam seka moya fonye mo fonle ya fonye ako yemen kai ya sindi ko mane kai tali banko kota musole akeni banko haklo bakan ajam jam seka alotale kota fapil nyatila akoya jamia akaka ko be misada mo nyodina la bella ban tele be opur la janto ko nyambo midnight kalama revolutionnaire usole banya ton ko yakanno sukada banyo na wala ba ko nya ton ko musole na mankine so Gambia musolo diaspora musolo na jiko ba ka ko na patio nyi 2026 abatele ko patio la tamana tandi badia abatele ando ngano na ko musolo ka safa nyakile na kaje pa faifa ada mama adu anyanta le aike kana banko nyi ko amadi ya funyame kulum lamu jibantam adu ya londo moite ite ra kulum hani duano eta jano da ibulola surtout kulumba adu ngamam kulumba me yaram ka ko jibata wala ya nabi corruption me yaram ka wala be na banko tinyaka ay slow dun fani ma de betera jole tana pour ka siloji ka sepo fo ajiro ni fa boyo from member sepo nora wala mu yodi ko damma ne ba sepo nora ya bayda no de kabrin kar woro koma January 30 this year Alwa baro anti-corruption act nya ya signé hanibi e ma mol tombo men nya da do bokela baro be mu ne tan ka ko am akorione ya bulala ma bi na be ba bula ko anti-corruption bill ni anyata pasla sanji joli gambe ko ba fara anyata pasla amanke no adana pas men nya do ko nya ta kala menti men nya da do ko kala amo mol tombo hande bi même bato non pour corruption oni ata kelela wala bato ngo mona wala bato Kadi ko alheka de banko la problem ni na banko la jangal party. Ya banko la courant pe. Ni na banko la cancer. Ya terminal disease ni na Niaje aman sonna commission national